can just spam your poop grenades and boom, you win every PvP battle. Right there. As long as you have a buddy here, like it would apply to flyers, it applies to everything. All you gotta do is spam, blow up a grenade, turn around, and run. It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video, and we are over on the new map, Lost Island, and yes, this is the Dinopithicus, and I am here to test what it is capable of. We're going to do some limit testing on this guy just to see. Obviously, this guy is a solo player tame right here, so we've got a lot of stats that we can put into it. I've seen some pretty high melees on these things, so I'm going to put this around, like, let's just say 800, and that seems like it's reasonable. Increase the movement speed just a little bit, and then weight doesn't matter for health. So we're going to test how much damage it can do and what it really is capable of on all of this stuff. Turrets, structures, all kinds of stuff. And let's go ahead and get started with it. Alright, so now we've left the tribe and we can actually do some damage to these things. So obviously you've got these poop grenade and infested grenades on these guys. So in front of us we have some lovely thatch, adobe, some lovely stone, metal, and tech. And we're going to go ahead and blast all of it just to see what we can actually do to it over here. I'm going to go ahead and just start with poop just to see what it's actually capable of throwing if it does any damage. And it does, but a little bit to thatch, not much though. And there's that cooldown on it. And no damage at all to adobe. Okay, note to self, no damage to adobe. I'm assuming that would mean metal as well and tech. Yeah, so no damage outside of thatch for just the basic poop attack. However, if we move into infested grenades and grenades, that does change a little bit. So if I throw a grenade, it's going to hit that target right there and eventually go boom. There it goes, 918 to that right there. And it looks like it does stick, so it's like a sticky grenade, which is kind of cool. So you can see that it will stick. So adobe, it totally shreds. And 2,000 to the adobe, and to stone, we're doing 2,000 as well. So that sticky grenade's pretty cool because you're gonna be able to stick that to any tame as well. So there's 275 to metal, and just look at that right there. So there's tech as well. So 61, so it does a decent amount of damage. Now let's see what the infested grenade is capable of doing, and let's go ahead and just stick that to that right there. Boop. 918 again, so I think it's probably the same across the board. It's just the infested grenades allow you to actually 2,000? Yeah, so it's 2,000. So infested grenades will actually turn off tech though, so that's kind of the big thing about them. Just so we can see here, 61, so not too bad. Now let's go ahead and test how far this guy can actually throw a grenade. So we're going to go like right about there and just test. So this is a lot of foundations. Wow. Okay, so he launched that thing. Probably like 80 foundations. It blew up around here. So you can absolutely launch these things. That's insane. If you had like 5 or 10 people trying to launch these things, you'd be pretty set. Set time of day, 10 o'clock. So you could actually raid somebody's entire base because turrets can't keep up with shooting that many grenades. So you might be able to actually just get away with throwing grenades to get into somebody's base, which is pretty cool, obviously. So now let's get to the important part. So over here we have a couple of turrets. You can see there's some heavies, there's some tech turrets, and then there's some auto turrets as well. It does the same damage whether or not we add poop to it. The poop actually turns off the tech though, so that's a pretty big benefit. So let's go ahead and test how much damage this does. And yes, it does stick. As you can see, it serves as a sticky grenade. And, oh, okay. 2,000 damage to a direct hit on a turret. That's pretty nice. That's very nice. Let's see what it does to tech. And any luck? Okay, so 61 to tech. Not too bad. I'm pretty sure it's going to one-tap the auto turrets, but still might as well check it out. And boop. 2,000 damage. So 2,000 damage to a direct hit on any regular turret, and then it also does the 61 to these guys. So that's pretty big. If you can start hitting these turrets like when you're soaking and just launch grenades at them, that's like game over kind of stuff right there. But this is where it gets really cool. So this guy over here is capable of turning off tech. So let's go ahead and this is activated tech right now. There's a infested tech grenade, and boop. And let's see what it did. So did it do anything, or is it only... Nope. So it doesn't actually turn off any of the generators and stuff like that. It looks like it just disables the actual tech suits. So it has nothing to do with generators. That sucks. That really sucks. I was hoping this guy would have a little bit more value than that. But as you can see, those grenades do quite a bit of damage. Do. Get it? Do grenades. But it does a ton. So at 2,143, that is not that bad. When you're considering you can get like 10 to 15 of these with a bunch of grenades and absolutely launch your grenade. Like, look at that distance. That's crazy. Like, that's you're literally able to throw this stuff ridiculous distances without trying very hard at all. So, and that right there should be a pretty, I mean, that might hit the ground way out there. Yeah, so that throw right there went over the top of all this. So you're looking at like 80 foundations is the ability to throw it, with the ability to turn off tech suits, with damaging structures and stuff like that. This is actually, I mean, look at the speed too. So this is like a really nice PvP change. A lot of people are going to misunderstand what the value of this guy is. I think that you're going to find a lot of value in trying to take off like corners and stuff like that. Simply due to the fact that I can hit this guy from the corner and it'll smack that thing. Pretty cool. Just like that right there. Boom, boom, boom. So it does get shot out of the sky as far as I know. So that's going to be something that kind of sucks because you're going to have to actually, we can test that right now just to make sure. Let's go ahead and get off this guy, put down an infinite turret, and just like that, we have an infinite turret down. And then we're going to go ahead and over here, and let's test if we can actually blow this thing up. Alright, so, unclaim, options, unclaim, and then we're going to go ahead and leave the tribe, and governance, team settings, no structure ownership, tribe owned. Update, leave tribe. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see if it shoots the grenades out of the sky. Alright. So, the answer is yes, it does. So it instantly shoots them. But it does look like if you can get close enough, so like if you were to get close enough with a nice flat headpiece right here, it does shoot. So like you could get right up next to these turrets and start launching. If you had like 4 or 5 people, it does actually, see, look right there. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So it takes a little bit of time for it to register. So if you had 6 or 7 people trying to throw these grenades at this thing, it's not going to be able to hit all of them. And that's obviously a pretty awesome thing. So you can also stick the grenades to tames, which is pretty cool. So if you were to stick that grenade to something, it's going to slow it down, which is pretty awesome. So you can see this gotcha right here. You can't do anything about it because he's been hit by these slow grenades. So gigas and anything that uses speed, if you stick them with one of these grenades, it is a slow factor. So PvP use of this guy is actually quite crazy. I mean, look at this, 105 damage. It's not that much, but that slow is huge. And you can just keep persistently keeping that slow on, like you see here, just by hitting him and tormenting him, literally. That's crazy. So it's a never-ending slow. So you can just continue to slow this thing. And what are they going to do about it? So in a PvP situation, this is something that is just stupid. Like, he is not going anywhere. All you got to do is just keep hitting him with the grenades, and it's a pretty easy hit. Gotchas obviously aren't that fast, but you can see that you can stick him to anything. Maybe this will actually hit this guy. If I get close enough, does it do the effect to him? It doesn't look like it hit him with that effect. So I hit him with that grenade, though. And what's it do? Okay, so he does have that effect, so look how slow he runs now. There is no speed at all. That's crazy. And there's a knockback. There's nothing in this game that's going to be able to catch you. Now you can even slow down some racer pushes with this guy. So just like you see here, Infested Grenade stuck to the racer. How effective is it? What the heck? It just like poofed into oblivion. That's crazy. Okay, so we know that it works on pretty much everything, but apparently he's decided that he doesn't want none of it. Let's find something a little faster then. Should we bring in a Giga and just see how it works versus a Giga? Let's do that. How does this work versus a Giga? Let's do an untamed Giga. Alright, so obviously you can see Gigas are insanely fast, but if I stick him with this grenade, I cannot run him obviously. Let's see how much he slows down. Oh, look at that slow. Oh man, he can barely run. And you can just keep running and turning. Look at that, that's crazy. And then you just rotate and then smack him with it and run. Oh, do you not get affected by that one? Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see that you do have to sometimes hit him a few times with it. Okay. Does it reapply the effect? So it looks like it continues to reapply. So if you are in a battle and you're trying to take out one of these Gigas, this is ridiculous. You can just turn and run and just continue to lay waste to all of these things. So that's pretty crazy right there. I mean, look at that. The Giga can't do anything. That's a wild Giga. You can just spam your poop grenades and boom, you win every PvP battle. Right there. As long as you have a buddy here, like it would apply to flyers, it applies to everything. All you gotta do is spam, blow up a grenade, turn around, and run. That's absolutely insane. Wow. Okay, so they're gonna have to fix that. Obviously the poop is gonna be a problem because if you have to poop, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but once that grenade blows up, it's an instant slow, and I can just like torment this Giga. Man, that's crazy. And then the rider's in trouble too because he can't move very quickly. There's nothing in this game that's going to be able to stop that. They're going to have to change that for sure because look at that. I mean, he's slow. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane to me. And then jump away and you're done. So, anyways, hopefully this does help you out with kind of limit testing this guy and seeing what they're capable of. But other than that, teach.